Hi all, welcome to our new episode. This time on another topic, cricket.
Recently, the team has been selected 2020 World Cup 2024. Is it a good team to win this cup?
Yeah, sure. So because we thought to come with the video on cricket mainly because of the select. I mean the team selection for the World Cup 2020 World Cup 2024, which is going to be played in USA and West Indies, and also the ongoing IPL and the controversies or not controversies debate on certain players, whether they should be included or not included, like Sanju Samson. Okay, so let's come back to the original question, whether this team is good to win the World Cup. We don't know. I mean, see, this we'll have to see how the other teams are, how good the other teams are, and how good the Indian team will be against them. Naturally, um, but on paper it looks good. It's a blend of experience and youth. So it includes stalwarts like Rohit Sharma, Kohli, and Surya Kumar. I don't know whether we should call stalwarts or youth. He is 33. Yeah. And then Sanju Samson, Pans, I don't know whether they are youths or experience in that sense. Anyway, there are a lot of controversies on few selection and few non-selection. One is about the wicket-keeper batsman role. There were a lot of debates. There were a lot of guesses as to whether Pant would be included, but there was no much doubt about that. Because that is how the team selection happened these days. So the debate was more about, or the guess was more about inclusion of whether Sanju would be included. Yes, at last he got involved. I mean, included. But then, who would be the first keeper batsman? That's the question. So that's we will come to that question. But that's an important point. But there was another contender for the same role, KL Rahul. He's a stalwart. He's a good batsman who is a good wicket keeper. But I'm not sure whether he is really a good T20 player, batsman and wicket keeper. To my knowledge, I mean, to what I believe, he is not a T20 material. He is a test material, and he can be an ODI material also, but not T20. And because we can see his strike rates and all, in the ongoing IPL as well as in the previous international matches. Now another was about non-inclusion of Ringu Singh. That's actually he's in the reserves, but he's not in the 15 member squad. So the chances of getting into the playing 11 would be a question. That will have depend, whether some players, who where he plays, he said low or middle batsman. So based on the injury or other things, happen and open up an opportunity for him. And there are a lot of discussion about Chahal, for example. Is a good inclusion because in the IPL, in the recent matches, he has been giving a lot of runs. Anyway, on paper it looks good, but not really great. And the thing is, those many of these main players, were not really looking good in the IPL matches after the team was announced. That is so. I mean, including Sanju, but he came back. Yeah, so that's about. Meaning, a lot of discussions have happened about this. A lot of pundits, I mean, there are a lot of West cricketers, the cricket pundits, and all those. They actually selected their own team and there are a lot of discussion, after the BCCI selection, and there's nothing much to add to that, to be frank.
At last, Sanju Samson got into the team.
Yeah.
Will he able to make an impression?
Yeah, see, now that's the thing, Now we talked about the inclusion of two wicket keeper batsmen, Sanju Samson and Pant in the team, the 15 member squad. Doesn't mean that, all of this to 15 will be in the playing 11, because only 11 will be playing actually. So that depends on who will be the first wicket keeper batsman. Now, a lot of people wanted Pants to be so because of his credentials, Though he is junior to Sanju Samson, he got a lot of opportunities to play, and he could do some not in T20, but in Test cricket basically. And a lot of people call him Test cricket, but he played some good innings in ODI also, in T20 also. But Sanju deserves to be the first wicket keeper batsman in this World Cup for many reasons. One is his current form in the IPL is much better than any other player, including Pant. Because of his average, which is around it's around 70, very good in T20, and he has a strike rate above 160, which is actually a good average. So taking that, he deserves to be the first wicketkeeper batsman, no doubt about that. And but then there is still a doubt. I mean, the recent match actually, he played a really great innings of 86 from 46 balls, which was which would have become a deciding factor in chasing and chasing the capital total and defeating them. But unfortunately, he was given out um, in a suspicious manner, I would say, because it just the third umpire took less than 1 minute actually to decide that Sanju was out. He didn't see all the angles actually. Even without that angles, many people, and even including me, could sense that the fielder touched the fence. That's a fact. But for a wide ball, to decide a wide ball, the same third umpire took about 3 to 4 minutes of time. So, but he was in so much of hurry actually to decide that Sanju was out. If he has not given out, that would have been a six, and he would have reached his hundreds. A century, and most probably Rajasthan Royal would have won. So even in the earlier match, where they lost the match, it was basically third umpire error, which cost them the match. So see, the point here is actually there is some kind of, it looks like there is some kind of a scheming happening against Sanju Samson, wherever possible. So the recent incident is that some scheming was happened, so that he would be denied the century, a well-deserved century, and his team would be denied a win, and so on. So because if he had have won that match, then it would have gone to his credit that he was a match winner, and the century would have added more value to that his credentials. So that would actually make it very difficult for the the team management, not to consider Sanju as the first wicket keeper. And there is not because Pant is not doing that well in this ongoing IPL match. So that would have actually given it should have given an opportunity to Sanju to become the first wicket-keeper batsman without any kind of debate and discussions. So by this process, they tried to cut that chance. So they wanted to remove that the glamour or the value out of his innings, and that's the thing. So people feel that, but it would be difficult, but still feel that, if there is if it is possible, the team management and the captains and all, would make Sanju sit in the bench and carry water bottle to the team, and he would be in the squad, but he would not be playing. He would try the best, but with his current form, it would become very difficult for them to do so. So maybe if they would want Sanju to, because Sanju would be anyway. RR will be playing playoff for not out, so they would get more matches, and they would I don't know, with the support of third umpire or whoever. The allegations I'm making may look so some. I mean, maybe not, maybe a bit subjective, but I'm saying they would want Sanju to fail in the coming matches, so that it would not become that difficult for them to not to play him in the World Cup matches. So this is this is not sports. This is more of politics in sports, I would say, because they tried a lot actually to wherever possible, they tried not to give him, I mean, avoid him, and not to take him in the matches. When there is a World Cup, ODI World Cup come, he would be given chances in the T20 matches, and if World Cup is coming, he would be given ODI matches and so on. But this time, it is because the IPL is T20 anyway. So, and he is there, so they cannot make any. I mean, they cannot do anything about it. So that's the problem. So because if you look at the T20 matches, people say he was not consistent, he was erratic, and also see first time he was given a chance. He was included in a team in 2014, and in 2014 he was included in the many other teams for playing with other countries, but he played only a couple of matches, and otherwise he didn't play for multiple reasons. So after that he got chance after 5 years. In 2019 he got chance. Just remember, it's a criminal waste of a talent actually. 5 years of his talent was wasted by the politics of cricket in our country. So if he was given continuous opportunities to play from then onwards, he would have become a big player by now, I am saying. So, but and the other players actually, the Pan, Skies, and the Sky. I mean, all these players actually, Shreyas Iyer, Gill, Ishan. They were all given a lot of chances despite their consistent failures, I would say. So the Sanju was always singled out, and ultimate at the end of it, that he sorted out his consistency issues, and at the same time maintaining a very good strike, and that is the transformation he made, so that the selectors would not have any excuses to avoid him anymore. So that's it for now. So we wish our Indian team all the very best, and we wish Sanju Samson all the very best to get an opportunity to play in the matches, and do well in the matches and help the team win the cup. Thank you so much.
Thank you.